Hi everyone, delete and recreate a user profile. We have talked about this in the past, that each user on almost all operating systems has a folder that stores their information specifically about them when they log in. So this is my local computer. This is my local profile. If something goes wrong with my local profile, I can keep troubleshooting it forever, or I can remove the profile and start out from scratch. That's a less invasive troubleshooting process than wiping out the whole machine and losing everything. When you do that, you'll want to back up all the data, which in my case, I have no data stored in my profile, but typically your data is going to be stored in your documents, your favorites. You can, copy all that off beforehand, otherwise you're going to lose it. And I've done this so many times throughout my career when somebody has an issue with their profile. Something doesn't work right. I log in as me and it works perfectly. So we know something is wrong with Lucas's profile. He can't do a certain thing. So I'm going to log in with my user account, which is a local administrator account. And then I can delete his profile and then we can recreate it. So I have already backed up his information, anything he had stored in his documents, to a safe place. His shortcuts on his desktop, any favorites and things he has stored. And then I'm going to delete his profile, reboot, and then log in again. Do you have to do this very often? No, it's not something you have to do very often. It is a less invasive approach than just wiping out the whole computer and starting over again. Many people don't like the idea of somebody wiping out their profile, but sometimes that's what you have to do to fix it, because everybody likes the way their desktop is set up and they have all their things lined up the way they want them. So it's either that or they have to live with the problem. Well, that's not always a good solution. There's a couple of ways you can do this. One way is to go to Start and Control Panel. Things are moving around and changing, so that may not be the best way to do it. My Start button hasn't shown up yet. There it is. I think my Windows Virtual Machine just had a Windows update, and so it's still applying things. When you do a Windows update, even when you reboot, there's still things that happen when you log in the next time. So we're going to right-click on the Start and go to System. Here we are in System, gives us information about our computer. We're going over to Advanced System Settings. And right here we'll see something that says User Profiles. This allows us to see all the user profiles that are on our system. There's always a default profile that's used to create new profiles. And here's me, and here's Lucas. So Lucas, for some reason, has a bunch more stuff than I do, and also for some reason I can't delete it. So what we'll want to do is restart the machine and then try again. I restarted the computer and now I'm able to delete Lucas. I'm not sure why I couldn't before. Windows doesn't always release things like it's supposed to. And if you haven't logged on to Lucas in between reboots, then it shouldn't have happened. Regardless, we're going to delete it. And are you sure? Because we've backed everything up. We'll say yes, and this may take a little bit because it has to delete all the files and everything underneath the Lucas profile folder. Lucas's profile folder is gone, but his user account is still there. So we go ahead and close our way out. And then I'm going to sign out by right-clicking, go to Sign Out, and then I'm going to sign in as Lucas. And you'll see that the login process is going to create a brand new profile folder for him, brand new and clean. And hopefully all the issues have been resolved. Of course, if the issues haven't been resolved by doing this, guess what the next step is? It's the nuclear option of wiping out and reinstalling the entire computer. Sometimes that's what you have to do to fix an issue, because you can't spend hours and hours trying to troubleshoot something. Sometimes you just have to look at what is the quickest way to get this computer back into production. And there we are. Ta-da!